react to your hand?
Even though I left the tower, I am still the current guardian. And I will continue to be until you go through the ritual and take my place. Hold on. I think we're about to move. The tower is letting us in. I never thought I would see this place again.
It's cold. Was it always this cold?
I do not know. When I was here last, I did not feel much at all.
I'm freezing.
I spent more than 1,000 years in this tower.
That's Gordon
and yet I
Holloway,
cannot remember
one of the big
ever
bad
feeling
guys.
warm or cold. Being guardian, there is just the balance, and our duty to it.
You didn't feel anything?
There are no emotions. Emotions interfere with the balance. I was the conduit between magic and logic, between chaos and order. And I had to be clean.
He followed us from the outside.
Sounds horrible.
It never felt that way. I was content, as far as it was possible for me to be content, until the very end when I became restless.
That's when you left the tower?
What kind of hanging?
I had no choice. The balance forced me out. I was polluting the flows that passed through me, through this room, and it was time for someone to succeed me.
So now it's my turn to be guardian.
Are you afraid?
I've never been so afraid in my life. 1,000 years. Everything will be gone when I'm done. My friends, my family, dead. My world probably changed beyond recognition.
I know, April. I have experienced this myself. When I returned to Stark, I could not believe that all the things I knew, the memories of a life that I recalled as clearly as if it were only yesterday, they were all gone. I was lost, alone, dying, until the Vanguard picked me up from the street and imprisoned me. It shames me to say it, but that was a relief. To be fed, to sleep comfortably, to be warm. You have every right to be afraid. But consider this. Your sacrifice will be the salvation of mankind, of two worlds. What greater gift is there? What greater reward than to know you are like a god?
Believe me, I could do without the reward. If there was any other way, I'd embrace it in a second. But I won't shy away from this either. If it is my destiny, then so be it.
Good. To wish for the loss of dreams and emotions would be wrong. But to acknowledge it in the face of your fears, this proves you are ready.
Okay. So, what now? What do I do?
Just walk to the edge of the disc. The tower will know what to do. If you are the new guardian, the tower will embrace you.
All right, here it goes. 1,000 years. Now what? Nothing's happening.
You are right. Then it is as I suspected.
What? What did you suspect?
That you are not the one chosen to take my place in the tower. You are not the 13th Guardian.
If I'm not, then...
I think I may be able to answer that question, Miss Ryan.
You? How the hell did you get here?
You didn't think your little games back at the station would fool anyone, did you? Well, aside from those moronic and useless guards. It puzzles me why Mr. McAllen could be such a visionary and yet be lacking in his comprehension of human nature to surround himself with brainless louts.
Maybe because he wasn't human.
He was not. That would explain a lot. If he was not human, then what was he?
You mean you didn't know? He was your boss, and you
I'll explain
had no
afterwards.
idea who you were working for. How pathetic can you get?
Don't toy with me, child. Don't you dare toy with me.
I don't. I do not know what came over me. I'm not prone to anger. In fact, I'm usually quite incapable of it. Must be the environment that's... I don't feel quite right. Like there's something in here that's calling to me. What are you doing to me?
I don't know what you're talking about, Gordon.
No matter. I can ignore this. It's so hot in here. Don't you feel it? The heat?
I'm freezing. Maybe you should lie down for a minute or two.
Maybe you should lie down, Miss Ryan. I actually have a good reason to be here, but you do not. After all, you are no longer a candidate in this race, are you?
I may not become the new Guardian, but neither will you. The balance will never accept you.
Don't be so sure, April. That's your name, is it not? April?
Yeah.
I will be the Guardian. The balance will have no choice. Not with you and the previous Guardian gone. And there's something here, isn't there? Someone's calling my name. Someone's... No. No. Not that. Not here. You brought it here, you stupid bitch!
Stop.
It's a large disc with a ring around
So,
it, made out of two stone serpents biting each other's
Gordon
tails. One of the
Holloway
serpents is almost
was following us from the other side from the space station. There were 3 pods, 2 of them with us, which was Adrian and April, and there was a third one who was Gordon, was following us. And they just didn't notice. But we have the last piece of the puzzle.
No, stay away from me. Don't. No.
Time to make Gordon Holloway whole again.
What happened to him?
I'm alive again. You gave me back my life.
I did? You don't sound like yourself. Are you okay?
I do sound like myself. And I'm better than I've ever been, April. I'm whole again.
So it worked? The joining of 2 halves?
Magic and logic. Order and chaos. I'm in balance now. I am balance. And it's glorious. Sorry for what I did to you, April. And to you, sir, I'm sorry for everything.
It wasn't you. Not all of you, anyway.
It was me, but it misguided me. I wish I could undo all the harm I've done to both worlds. Both as Gordon Holloway and as the Chaos Vortex. But I can't undo my actions. All I can do is make sure they'll never happen again. And the only way to ensure that is by becoming the Guardian.
You? The Guardian?
It's my destiny, April Ryan, not yours. I was born to be the Guardian. And although the Vanguard almost managed to prevent that from ever happening, they didn't succeed. And now, I'm ready. Thanks to you.
But what about me? If I'm not going to be the Guardian, then who am I?
It's something I cannot answer for you, April. Only you can do that. But I don't think the universe is done with you. You are important. Just not in the way you imagined.
He speaks the truth, April. He is to be the Guardian now. It was always his destiny, even though it was taken from him by the Vanguard. We will begin the changing of the guards now, Gordon. And you, April, thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice, your courage, your kindness.
Okay, stop. You're making me feel very self-conscious. I only did what had to be done.
Which is more than most people would have done. Your journey here will be remembered, April Ryan. Remembered and retold for all time.
Right now, I'm only concerned about what's coming next. Where do I go now? Where can I go?
That is your choice to make. But do not fret. This world will never hurt you again.
How do I get back to Stark? Or Arcadia, for that matter?
Walk. Walk until you are outside, and then go back inside. It is easy from here. You can go anywhere you wish.
I guess then that this is goodbye.
Perhaps we will meet
Yes,
again.
we have.
Yeah, why not? It's not an impossible thought. Anyway, you guys have an important job to get to. Don't let me hold you back.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. So that's the end of that. Funny. I feel almost melancholy, despite everything that's happened. I'm actually gonna miss this adventure. After all, what am I doing now? Going back to school? Live like nothing has happened? Like I'm just a normal person? Well, it's a long way home. I'll figure it out before I get there. Wherever there is.
Hey, April, wait up! Where you going? Wait! Don't leave me here!
Oh, Crow. I love Crow.
And so the story goes.
Is that it? But whatever happened to April Ryan? And did that man, Gordon Holloway, become a good and just guardian?
That is the end. If you had studied your scriptures, child, you would know that the 13th Guardian was the last Guardian to watch over the balance.
Was it after his reign that the worlds were reunited?
During his reign, not long after the events I have just described.
Please tell us more. Tell us what happened to April and about the reunification of Stark and Arcadia.
I think I will save those stories for another night. I'm feeling tired, and it is late. I would see you out, but my legs.
Thank you, Lady Alvani. We'll find our way out ourselves. Thank you again for your hospitality and for your story.
And so the story goes. How strange it was to tell it again. To remember April Ryan. That was such a long, long time ago. And now my story is almost over as well.
You're as healthy as ever. You still got a lot of life left in you. Wish I was half as lucky.
Don't say that. You're okay. You can still fly.
Fly, yes. But those cute little birds, they don't seem to appreciate that. They're holding out for their young, handsome suitors, and they don't have time for an old crow like me.
Well, got me, Crow. Isn't that something?
I guess. Yeah, sure. Of course. Unless you're not planning on going out there again, are you? On a new adventure? 'Cause, I don't know. I'm kinda happy staying here.
Don't worry, Crow. I think our adventuring days are over. That doesn't mean we can't tell stories, does it?
No, definitely not. Tell me one. Tell me the one about the young, beautiful warrior princess who single-handedly won the War of the Balance.
I don't remember it quite like that, Crow, but let's see. This story begins a long, long time ago, when Stark and Arcadia were still to be reunited, and the Guardian was still on his throne.
And that concludes The Longest Journey. It does, yes. It heavily implies that this old lady is April. The implication is there. And you will all have to join me for the next 2 games to see if that actually is true. Its implication, Crow is there. Yeah, it is basically confirmation. But we are not done with April Ryan just yet. And we have many things to go still in this series of games. Oh, I should also take, by the way, vitamins. Oh, yeah. That's hard to say, but we have the next game in the series, which is Dreamfall. We'll explore some other aspects of The Longest, or for Arcadia and Stark. And we will see how this all goes, because there's a lot of unresolved plot points still in this game series. We have this. Give me a moment to need some water. We have a lot of things still that are unknowns. The big plot thread there is the War of the Balance, which is a very interesting event. Kind of. go. Medicines taken, vitamins taken. So, for you guys on YouTube, in the far distant future, this will be the end of The Longest Journey. And you can find the rest, the next section on the Dreamfall playlist. For us here on Twitch, we will transition into Dreamfall, The Longest Journey, once this credits is done rolling. Bye, YouTube! Oh. And we have... So, by the way, how many of you know anything about The Longest, like Dreamfall, in terms of like how it begins? I actually kind of want to go through the Book of Secrets and see all of these things here. The outtakes, the images and stuff like that, but which is basically a little behind the scenes. Game. Oh well, whatever. Discworld 1 and Discworld 2. Okay, looks like the game has crashed. Oh well. So, that concludes The Longest Journey. Now I am going to take a quick toilet break, and when we get back we will begin with Dreamfall. So strap yourselves in, get some water, stretch your legs a little bit, and I will be back momentarily. Just need to find some nice calming music to play while we are away. Let's take this one. Some Legend of Zelda. I'll see you in just a jiffy.